Hello, I'm Lena and welcome to my video about internet addiction. Before I get started though, I'd just like to put a few things out there. So first of all, I'm in no way a doctor or a specialist, obviously. I just did some research for a school project and I figured that putting it on the internet could maybe be helpful for someone out there. And second of all, I would really love some feedback, so feel free to leave comments down below or give it a thumbs up if you liked it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So internet addiction, as obvious as it may sound, is characterized by a problematic use of the internet. Otherwise known as computer addiction, online addiction, and compulsive internet use, IAD is kind of a subset of a broader technology addiction, and it covers a variety of impulse control problems such as cybersex, social media, gaming, and web surfing. So now let's talk about the signs and symptoms. In general, could characterize the symptoms as loss of control. However, there are more specific warning signs. So first of all, we have the difficulty of completing simple daily tasks. So what we mean by that is just a general lacking in responsibility. You know, it could be at school, it could be at work, it could be just doing the dishes, but it becomes hard to keep up with a routine as the main focus is always on the internet. Now the second would be losing track of time. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. It's just you plan on using the internet for 5 minutes, but then you look at the time and 5 hours have passed and you didn't do anything you were supposed to do. Number 3 would be getting very defensive over that internet use, basically. And it's kind of like a constant state of denial. You're never going to want to admit that the internet is the actual problem. So number 4 would be feeling a sense of euphoria from using the internet, and becomes an outlet from feelings of depression, of stress, of anxiety. It kind of becomes this parallel world where everything just feels better. However, that feeling of happiness is very temporary, and that's what causes the addiction, because you always want more and you come back for more as soon as you miss it. And finally, last but not least, we have isolating yourself from friends and family. So basically with this one, your social life starts to suffer because you just rather be on the internet than socialize with people around you. And you also get the feeling that your online friends understand you better and that they don't judge you, and you just feel safer there. We often talk about the psychological symptoms, but seem to forget that there are physical ones as well, such as carpal tunnel syndrome, which is pain in the hands and wrist, often caused by repetitive motions such as excessive keyboard use. We also have insomnia, poor nutrition, which causes very big weight gain or weight loss, poor personal hygiene, headaches, back pain, neck pain, and also dry eyes and vision problems. The causes and effects. As I mentioned earlier, many people turn to the internet in order to manage unpleasant feelings or even cope with other disorders such as loneliness, depression, stress, low self-image, ADHD, and poor self-image. So as for the effects, much like an alcohol or drug addict, the internet addict will suffer from financial, academic, occupational, and family problems. And many people who suffer from that addiction will experience withdrawal symptoms when trying to limit or stop their internet use. Some of these withdrawal symptoms include depression, mood swings, anxiety, loneliness, fear, irritability, and boredom. As for treatments, there are many therapy and counseling programs available. And probably the most popular one would be the option cognitive behavioral therapy, which actually consists of a step-by-step method to just generally reduce compulsive internet use, and attempts to help the patient alter his or her perception of the internet. That therapy could also teach the patient healthier methods to cope with withdrawal symptoms, and also disorders that might have been there before the internet addiction and that caused it. If you or someone you know is dealing with internet addiction, head to the description bar below for more resources. Thanks for watching!